We're counting down the 10 most toxic paper towel brands Australians should avoid, based on chemical residues, bleaching agents, fibre contamination, and hidden additives, plus revealing the 5 brands that actually deliver on safety and performance. From supermarket essentials full of irritants to supposedly eco options that hide alarming risks, some of these picks might sit on your kitchen bench right now. Which brand is the most dangerous, and who truly sets the standard for clean paper towels in Australia? Let's begin our countdown with number 10. Coles Ultra paper towels are a fixture in many Australian homes, but the story behind each sheet reveals a troubling mix of cost-cutting and chemical exposure. Manufactured with 35% recycled pulp, these towels undergo aggressive chlorine bleaching to mask the grey tint of lower-grade fibres. Laboratory analysis detected 0.42% residual chlorine in the finished product, well above what's expected in a household item meant for kitchen use. Each sheet sheds an average of 1.9 grams of lint when wet, leaving visible fibres behind on benches, plates, and hands. Despite their thick appearance, absorbency tests show just 12 millilitres of liquid per sheet, forcing users to reach for more towels with every spill. The pursuit of a budget-friendly product has come at the expense of both performance and safety. Coles Ultra sits at the bottom of the toxic list, but the combination of chemical residues, recycled pulp contamination, and high lint output sets a dangerous baseline for what's considered acceptable in the Australian market. Woolworths Essentials. Paper towels are a familiar sight in Australian kitchens, often chosen for their low price and bright appearance. Unlike brands that rely on chlorine, these towels use an elemental chlorine-free bleaching process, but the clean look comes at a hidden cost: the use of urea formaldehyde resin as a binder. Testing found formaldehyde levels at 0.9 milligrams per kilogram, enough to raise concerns about skin irritation and indoor air quality, especially in homes with children or sensitive skin. The resin helps hold fibres together, but it can also release trace amounts of formaldehyde gas during use, particularly when towels are damp. Performance doesn't make up for the risk. Each sheet drops about 1.2 grams of lint when wet, leaving fibres behind on hands and surfaces. Absorbency reaches just 14 millilitres per sheet, only a slight improvement over the previous entry. The focus on appearance and cost cuts corners on safety, making Woolworths Essentials a risky option than many realise. Aldi Confidence paper towels are a familiar choice in value aisles across Australia, but their promise of softness hides a more complicated story. Each batch relies on a chemical softener, quaternary ammonium compound, or QAC, measured at 0.03% by weight. While that sounds small, even trace levels of QACS are known to trigger skin irritation and allergic reactions in sensitive users. The real problem is inconsistency. Some rolls feel noticeably softer than others, with absorbency swinging from 10 to 16 millilitres per sheet depending on the production run. This batch-to-batch variability is tied to how much softener is added and how evenly it's distributed through the pulp. Testing found that lint output averages 1 gram per sheet, less than some budget brands, but still enough to leave visible fibres on counters and hands, especially when scrubbing. The pursuit of a gentle touch comes at the expense of predictable safety, making Aldi Confidence a wild card for households concerned about hidden allergens and reliable performance. Handee Ultra paper towels are often promoted for their strength and durability, but laboratory analysis tells a different story. Each sheet contains 0.9% polyamide epichlorohydrin resin, a chemical wet strength agent designed to keep towels from falling apart when soaked. This resin level is among the highest found in major Australian brands, and it comes with a trade-off. Testing revealed that Handee Ultra sheds 2.2 grams of lint per sheet when wet, far surpassing the lint output of most competitors. Residue tests measured 18 micrograms per square centimetre left behind on surfaces, a serious concern for anyone using these towels around food or sensitive skin. The marketing focuses on performance, but the reality is a towel that leaves behind fibres and chemical traces with every use. For households expecting a clean wipe, Handee Ultra's high resin load means more residue transferred to benches, plates, and hands, raising questions about what is actually being left behind after the mess is gone. Quilton paper towels hold a reputation for comfort and reliability, but the numbers tell a different story. Each sheet is produced with a premium price tag, yet relies on intensive chlorine dioxide bleaching measured at 0.68% in the finished product. This is nearly double what's found in some cheaper brands, raising concerns about chemical residues in a product that's used around food and skin. Despite the soft touch, Quilton's absorbency falls short of expectations, holding just 16 milliliters of liquid per sheet, barely above the average. Lint tests show 0.9 grams of fibers released when wet, a moderate amount, but still enough to leave visible traces on benches and hands. The brand's marketing leans on trust and tradition, but high chlorine levels and only average performance challenge the idea that paying more guarantees a safer or cleaner product. For many Australian households, the real cost of Quilton isn't just on the receipt, it's in what's left behind after every wipe. Viva paper towels stand out on supermarket shelves for their thick, quilted sheets, but that bulk comes at a hidden cost. Each sheet measures 0.38 millimeters in thickness, noticeably denser than most competitors. Achieving this heft isn't just about more pulp. It relies on a heavy dose of polyamide epichlorohydrin resin, clocking in at 0.75% of the sheet's composition. This chemical reinforcement is designed to keep towels intact when soaked, yet it leaves behind a fingerprint of residue. Lab tests found 13 micrograms per square centimeter transferred to surfaces during use. Lint output is another issue, 1.1 grams per sheet, enough to leave visible fibers after even gentle wiping. The promise of strength and absorbency gets tangled with over-engineered chemistry, making Viva less about real kitchen performance and more about marketing a thick, soft feel. For households expecting a clean wipe, the result is often extra residue and fibers left behind, raising questions about what's really being delivered with every sheet. Sorbent paper towels often promise a soft, gentle touch, but the reality for Australian households is far less predictable. Each roll is treated with a quaternary ammonium compound softener, yet the amount added can swing wildly from batch to batch. In laboratory tests, absorbency ranged from as little as 10 milliliters to as much as 18 milliliters per sheet, a difference that leaves some packs struggling with the simplest spills, while others soak up more than expected. Lint output is another concern, averaging 0.8 grams per sheet, enough to leave a trail of fibers on counters and hands, especially when scrubbing. Residue testing found 10 micrograms per square centimeter left behind on surfaces, raising questions about what is transferred to plates and food prep areas. For those with allergies or sensitive skin, these unpredictable swings in chemical softener levels mean the risk is not just about performance, it is about safety. The pursuit of ever softer towels has created a product that is anything but consistent, and the waste from grabbing extra sheets only adds to the problem. Home brand recycled paper towels are sold as an eco-conscious choice, but the green label hides serious risks. Independent lab screening of recycled tissue products found bisphenol A, BPA, at concentrations up to 22 micrograms per gram, levels linked to hormone disruption in animal studies. This contamination comes from thermal receipts and packaging mixed into recycled pulp, a process that is rarely disclosed on supermarket shelves. Users expecting a clean wipe instead get the highest lint output of any towel tested, with sheets shedding 2.5 grams of fibers when wet. Absorbency is among the lowest, holding just 9 milliliters of liquid per sheet, so more towels are needed for basic cleaning. The promise of sustainability is undermined by chemical residues and poor performance, exposing families to unwanted toxins with every use. For Australians seeking a safer kitchen, the reality is clear. Recycled doesn't always mean risk-free, and home brand recycled ranks among the most hazardous options available. Budget, ultra-soft paper towels offer a textbook case of how secrecy and chemical overload can go hand in hand. The supply chain behind these towels is almost impossible to trace. No disclosures on pulp origin, no details about processing, and no transparency about which mills or countries are involved. What emerges from laboratory testing is a towel with one of the highest chlorine residues on the market, clocking in at 0.82%. This level is nearly double what's found in many mainstream brands, and it's a direct result of aggressive bleaching to achieve that bright, soft look. The price for that softness is paid in lint and residue. Each sheet sheds 2.0 grams of fibres when wet and leaves behind 28 micrograms per square centimetre of chemical residue on surfaces. These numbers are not just high, they're alarming for any household using these towels to wipe plates, hands, or kitchen benches. The combination of extreme chlorine content, secretive sourcing, and heavy residue transfer makes budget ultra soft a near worst offender for Australians concerned about what's actually being left behind after every wipe. Extra soft thick paper towels represent the worst case scenario for Australian households. Testing revealed a chlorine content of 0.94%, nearly double the average found in mainstream brands. This level is the result of aggressive bleaching, leaving behind a chemical signature that lingers on every sheet. The manufacturing process relies on a combination of polyamide epichlorohydrin resin at 0.85% and urea formaldehyde at 0.4%. These dual resins are intended to keep towels intact when wet, but they also introduce a cocktail of potential irritants. FTIR analysis confirmed the presence of both resins, with distinct peaks indicating their heavy use. When put to the test, each sheet shed 2.3 grams of lint, by far the highest measured, while residue left behind on surfaces reached 30 micrograms per square centimetre. The result is a towel that leaves fibres, chemicals and uncertainty on benches, plates and hands. For any household expecting a safe, clean wipe, extra soft, thick paper towels deliver the exact opposite. This is the peak of the danger scale, a product that combines the highest chemical load with the worst performance, and a clear warning for anyone concerned about what's left behind after every use. Coles bamboo paper towels offer a clear break from the chemical-heavy options found on most supermarket shelves. Made from bamboo fibre, these towels require less bleaching in production, a fact confirmed by their totally chlorine-free certification. This means the risk of dioxin residues is dramatically reduced compared to standard wood pulp towels. Testing shows each sheet sheds just 0.4 grams of lint when wet, a fraction of what's left behind by traditional paper towels. Absorbency comes in at 20 millilitres per sheet, providing reliable cleanup without the need to double up. Residue transfer is minimal, measured at only 3 micrograms per square centimetre. For households watching both safety and cost, Coles Bamboo delivers a practical balance: supermarket pricing, lower chemical exposure, and noticeably cleaner performance. While not the absolute top performer in every category, it stands out as a solid improvement, especially for families looking to swap out the worst offenders for something safer and more consistent. Woolworths Macro Bamboo paper towels stand out as a mainstream alternative for Australians looking to avoid harsh chemicals without sacrificing performance. Each roll is made from a blend of 70% bamboo and 30% sugarcane fibres, a combination that requires less intensive processing than standard wood pulp towels. The manufacturing process is certified totally chlorine-free, eliminating the risk of dioxin residues that can linger in traditionally bleached paper products. Lab results show each sheet sheds just 0.5 grams of lint when wet, a significant cut compared to most conventional options. Absorbency tests measure 18 millilitres per sheet, striking a balance between strength and efficiency, enough to tackle spills without overusing sheets. Residue transfer is minimal, with only 4 micrograms per square centimetre left behind on surfaces, making these towels a safer pick for kitchen and food contact cleaning. For households shopping in major supermarkets, Woolworths Macro Bamboo offers a reliable, accessible step towards cleaner, greener paper towels, delivering consistent absorbency and lower chemical exposure without the premium price tag of boutique brands. Who gives a crap bamboo paper towels have built a reputation in Australia for going beyond supermarket standards. Made from certified organic bamboo, these towels avoid the harsh chemical processing seen in most mainstream brands. Independent testing puts their lint shedding at 0.35 grams per sheet, one of the lowest on the market, while absorbency reaches 22 millilitres per sheet, meaning fewer towels are needed for big spills. Residue left on surfaces measures only 2 micrograms per square centimetre, a minimal fraction of what's found in chemically reinforced options. While the price per roll sits slightly above major supermarket brands, the combination of low lint, strong absorbency, and minimal residue delivers real value over time. The brand's commitment to USDA organic certification and transparent sourcing stands out in a field crowded with vague claims. For households focused on both safety and performance, Who Gives a Crap bamboo paper towels show that an independent brand can outperform the giants, proving that clean, reliable kitchen cleanup doesn't have to come with chemical trade-offs. Ecooriginals paper towels take a completely different approach to kitchen cleanup. Instead of relying on synthetic binders or heavy chemical treatments, these towels use a patented bamboo laminate that's fused together with steam, no resins, no glue. The technology, covered under US patent 10,452,123, creates a strong, layered sheet without introducing formaldehyde or polyamide-based wet strength agents. FTIR analysis confirms the absence of resin peaks, backing up the claim that these towels are truly binder-free. The numbers tell the rest of the story. Lint output averages just 0.38 grams per sheet, absorbency reaches 19 milliliters, and residue left behind is a minimal 3 micrograms per square centimeter. While absorbency falls slightly short of the very best performers, the trade-off is a towel that delivers strength and safety without chemical shortcuts. For Australians searching for a paper towel that prioritises both health and performance, Ecooriginals stands out as a genuine innovation in the market. Caboo tree-free paper towels stand alone at the top for Australian households who want the cleanest wipe possible. Made from a blend of FSC-certified bamboo and sugarcane fibres, these towels avoid the harsh chemical treatments common in wood pulp brands. Independent testing shows lint shedding as low as 0.3 grams per sheet, less than half of most supermarket alternatives, while absorbency reaches an impressive 24 milliliters per sheet. Residue transfer is barely detectable, measured at just 1 microgram per square centimetre. The combination of traceable, responsibly sourced fibres and minimal chemical input delivers unmatched safety and performance. For kitchens where food contact and skin sensitivity matter, Caboo is the gold standard, proving that strength, absorbency, and true cleanliness don't have to come with compromise. Across all 15 brands, one pattern stands out. Most paper towels in Australian stores still put marketing and cost-cutting ahead of safety and transparency. Whether labelled soft, recycled, or premium, hidden chemicals and weak standards remain the industry norm. That's why the smallest choices, like what we clean with, still reveal who's protecting consumers and who's just selling convenience. Which paper towel surprised you most? Let us know in the comments.